N. What can I say about N? Neutral commitment. I know in the gay community, in the bisexual community, commitment is a bit of a cross of fingers. I think vampires going... It's widely known that one loves the other more than another. That doesn't mean it's wrong. If you got a good friendship with your partner in a relationship, obviously if it's just sex, then that's been arranged in a mutual respectful way. Just because one is able to commit more than the other, just be patient. Share your concern and compromise. Not everybody's ready at the same pace as you to say, I love you and I want to put a wedding ring on your finger. Openness, transparency is a key to a successful relationship in bed or in life. If one loves you, they accept you and they accept your faults as much as they accept one's qualities. And this is unconditional love. This means I love you when you do things badly. Your soul, your spirit is intrinsically good, but your behaviors are less so good, but I still love you. P, be patient, and also have passion. Good things only come to those who wait. Once pent-up passion is released, come on guys, it's a bit like that orgasm. When you've been giving yourself a bit of a stimulant and then you actually come, it's amazing. And it's the same thing where you hold back with a compromise with your partner. When they actually say, okay, let's go for it, let's do this, it's explosive. So enjoy.
Now, there's a famous saying in the rag trade, never mind the quality, feel the width. Now, I'm hoping that doesn't apply to good sex, does it, with your Q?
Well, Q, quality, not quantity. Well, regards penis size, this is a worldwide thing. So if anybody's listening to this around the world, in Africa or wherever, penises vary in shape and size all over the world. They say black men are enormous, but I've also seen black men who are quite small. Width, I think, is a very interesting one. Width is another misnomer, I think, because width is far more important to women in a heterosexual world because they've got to have all those areas of their anatomy stimulated. It's not so much about length, whereas we know that the prostate is at the end of the dark tunnel, so to speak, keeping it slightly clean there, don't know why. If you want to get your prostate stimulated, I think length is important there. Hey, you got to remember you've got nerve endings all around your anus. Where you don't meet at the end, you certainly will meet at the sides.
Can we clean this up now with a bit of R, please?
Romance. R for romance. Woo your partner. It's important. My partner knows this. I don't like just flowers at Valentine's. I don't like flowers when he's done something wrong or he's upset me. I like to have that surprise of being taken out for a meal or having chocolates arrive on the doorstep with him or a bottle of wine for a nice meal. Don't keep it for Christmas and Valentine's and birthdays. Show your love. Show your affection on a regular basis. Send them a text when you're having a fleeting thought in the middle of the day. Say, thinking of you.
I think you're being a bit S myself.
I'm being a bit S. I am. I always get told off with my partner for being a bit of an S. Sensitivity and sensuality. Think before you speak, guys. Words can be a lethal weapon. Once spoken, you will never be able to retract them. 8 months down the line, your partner will still remember that key word you said to them under that time, and you could have apologized to them. They can forgive, but they won't forget. And also, good sex can embrace the senses. Eating off each other. Use drawn aphrodisiac. Got your strawberries and your cream and your shellfish and caviar, champagne. It sounds like my lifestyle. No, just joking. Be sensual with them. Have your lavender candles around the bath. Have a nice bath together. Even shower together. Wash each other down. It doesn't have to lead to sex, by the way. Just really explore them. Give them a bit of a kiss and a cuddle first thing in the morning or late at night or whatever. And it goes a long way.
Right, I'll get the life boy out. Shall I? We all lead busy lives, don't we? So come on. What's T?
T. Time for each other. Make time for personal activities and each other. It's paramount in any relationship. You've wooed this person, remember. You've fought to have this person. They could have been with somebody else when you first known them, but they chose you. So you want to make sure you keep them. And this is not just up to the time you give them the ring. This is after, this is till death do us part. So take into account each other's needs and be responsible with them. It's like my partner's at university at the moment. He's doing a full-time course. I'm working. Some days I can't see him. Doesn't mean I don't think of him. I text him when I think of him. I email him. I catch up with him on MSN. I phone him. We speak. We communicate. So make time for each other. It doesn't have to be in each other's company. Understanding. Understand your partner's needs. Insecurities. Remember, we all got histories. So we all have insecurities. And our partners, because we're learning to love after lost, as I think Cher sang in one of her songs, we got to learn to love again. We got to learn to trust again. So we've got to really learn to understand where our partners are coming from. Yes, we will react inappropriately. We react with limitations and demands. I can't do this, and I get scared, and things don't work out. But communicate, and things might. So you might surprise yourself.
All right, this is all very well, but I want a bit of raunch. Come on,
you want raunch,
I want raunch.
Steve?
What's V then? Come on.
Oh, I thought of my partner when I thought of this one. Vigorous sex. Vigorous sex, drawing upon your animalistic tendencies. Sounds so primal, doesn't it, Steve? Well, it's natural. It's innate. It's passionate. And it's to be enjoyed. Okay, in the gay community, sex is not about procreation. It's about to be enjoyment and closeness. We have straight guys listening to this, so, your girls do want to make sure that you are still primal with them. But please be careful. I don't want to drop a name now, but people who do get asphyxiated by sex and a thrill, make sure it does remain safe. Don't stick bags over your head unless you've got your partner with you who can actually still reach for a pulse. And I don't mean the one in your penis.
You need somebody there all the time.
When it's starting to be that sort of vigorous and you're doing stuff where it's actually affecting your breathing and your heart to that extent, yeah, make sure you've got someone who is there. It's almost like tying someone up. You don't want that person to actually leave the room when you're tied up and then you're there 5 hours later. You've got to have trust and make sure, these things can go wrong. So please be careful, guys.
And a safety word, perhaps, as well. I seem to remember American Dad, they were doing something in the bedroom and it was vigorous. And she said, and the safety word's going to be banana tonight. So maybe that's an idea as well.
But we're not going to go back to B, though, Steve. We're going to go to W. And that is willing to be adventurous and open-minded. And this is the addition of sex toys. They can really make foreplay desirable. You don't necessarily want a 2 minutes masturbation and then turn over and go to sleep. You can actually make foreplay or masturbation last quite a long time. And it can be desirable for both partners. Just because your partner might be into sex toys when you're not there, doesn't mean you can't be there and watch them, let them show you how they really get stimulated and turned on. And that's a really important factor, making sure that you share this part with them. Of course, everybody has fetishes. Communicate them, show them, act them out and talk about them and introduce them into your sex life. X-rated, that's our X word. Viewing porn, I'm quite open-minded. Some people think porn is devil's work, but it has its uses, guys. Remove yourself away from seeing these people with 15-inch penises and doing wonderful things. Look at the positions. Be adventurous. Actually try these out. Discuss them with your partner. How do you feel about doing something like that? There's so much you can do. Swinging parties even, if you are into open relationships. Go to saunas if you and your partner are happy to do that. But make sure you discuss it with them. It's got to be respectful. There's clubs, lap dancing venues, prostitution. It's not my thing. It's there. And I know a lot of you guys will actually rely on that sort of thing to enhance your sex life. There's nothing wrong with it. Erotica, books. And of course, thinking of you, Steve, art. Something a bit more serene there. You can appreciate all those sexual establishments, but you can also get an awful lot of information through art books and paintings.
What, whacking myself off over Michelangelo then? That's what I should be doing.
There you go, looking at the Sistine Chapel,
Okay. Right, Y and Z, we finished the day.
Y and Z. Youthful in behaviour. Maintain a healthy young mindset with your partner. Enables you to be more adventurous and fun-loving. I'm sure some of you guys thinking, guys, we all like to remember how we were when we were 16, 17, 18. We were virile and full of our animalistic tendencies and passionate. We don't have to forget that in later on in life. As long as your sex positions are safe and realistic with what your body can do, enjoy them. And Z, as Steve's got me talking American now. Z for the English people here. Let it be enthusiastic does not mean it cannot be safe. Use precautionary measures with suitable protection. Overzealousness can cause injury, as I've touched upon before. Be careful. You know, I've had a few people when I used to work in a hospital in the theatre. Guys would come in with wine bottles stuck up their back passage, and you ask them, how did this get up there, sir?
Was it red or white?
It was brown at that stage. But,
Thank you.
But that concludes the A to Z on how to have good sex and relationship with your partner.
Wow, well, thank you very much, Giles. That was some really excellent practical advice. And you can find out more by going to Giles the Sex Therapist, that's all one word, .com. And do come back again soon and download some more Giles the Sex Therapist. So find out more by going to gilesthesextherapist.com. That's Giles with an I. The presenter was Steve Campen with sex therapist Giles Dee-Shapland, and is a creative radio production.